Hi, I'm Jamie Williams. I'm the Director of Digital here at Axiad, and I get the pleasure of introducing Karin Larson. Karin is the VP of Technology and Partnership Strategy here at Axiad. She brings a wealth of knowledge and expertise in guiding organizations looking to develop their zero trust framework, implementing MFA, and passwordless strategies. She has an extensive background in API security, SAML, and OAuth, and has over 15 years of technical experience working with some of the largest Fortune 50 organizations. Today, she's going to talk to us about FIDO and FIDO Passkeys. And so, Karin, I'm turning it over to you.
Okay, thanks, Tammy. All right. Hello, everyone. So today we're going to be building on a series that we started earlier this year that we're calling FIDO 101. This is going to be a series that we'll be adding on to as different developments happen with FIDO. But today we're going to be specifically talking about kind of demystifying passkeys a little bit, and then talking about the role that they can play in organization strategies toward passwordless and strong authentication. So to start off with, we want to talk a little bit about the FIDO Alliance. The FIDO Alliance has been around for a few years, and FIDO stands for Fast Identity Online. The mission of FIDO is to develop standards that will reduce reliance on, eventually eliminate the use of passwords for organizations. FIDO is used across the world and in many organizations, many which you can see here. And Axiad's been involved with FIDO for many years. So right now we are on the board. I am the kind of designated board representative for Axiad at FIDO. We participate in a number of working groups and have been contributing to a number of different white papers, including the recently released standard and white paper guidance around implementing FIDO for government. And now I'd like to talk a little bit about Axiad. So just a little history about us and our roots, where we come from. Axiad was founded by a group of industry experts, and we've been around actually for over 10 years now. The name of our company, Axiad, is derived from the Greek word for value. We take that seriously. What we try to do at Axiad is make sure that we are providing people with the tools and the necessary pieces that they can use to make their strong authentication and passwordless implementations as seamless as possible. We've also won a few awards for our solution, which you can see here. We do focus primarily on passwordless and phishing-resistant authentication, and that is part of the reason why we are passionate about our involvement in FIDO and are looking forward to talking to you about Passkeys today. Just as a reminder, this is the second installment of the series, so if you missed the first one, I would recommend going back and watching that first. We will be doing kind of an abbreviated intro, but the other presentation that we did, the FIDO 101, has much more in-depth information around the roots of FIDO, why it's important, why passwords are a problem, and some of the options that FIDO represents for organizations to be able to fix those problems. So before we get too far into Passkeys, I just wanted to take a little bit of time and remind everybody why we're here and what the real issue is with passwords. So the big problem with passwords is that passwords are vulnerable. Passwords represent a shared secret. That is something that the user knows, that your backend service knows, and they're able to authenticate with each other via password. So passwords are not a new concept in the computing space. They've been around for a long time, but they also present a big vulnerability. So when passwords were first incepted, nobody was thinking that every computer would be connected to the internet. that you'd have all these like things like cloud services out there, and that would allow you to access almost any account from anywhere at any time. The problem with this is it also means that it makes it an easy way for a hacker to get access to credentials and then get unauthorized access to somebody's account. So there's a thought around that hackers don't, really break in, they log in. And part of that is because these passwords are so easy to compromise, either through things like password reuse, where people are reusing the same password amongst different services, or where they get kind of exfiltrated by the hacker through things like phishing attacks. So part of beefing up our security posture as an industry is really looking at how we can minimize the dependency on passwords for everyone as a whole. So we have a couple statistics here just to give you a picture of what this looks like. These were taken from a survey done by the Enterprise Strategy Group, but about 77% of people that were part of the survey believed that they had an account or a credential compromised in the last month or last 12 months. So that's a pretty big segment of the people that were interviewed for this survey. The other thing to think about is over 50% of the people said that they had been a victim of a successful cybersecurity attack. So when you have any kind of issue that's happening to almost 60% of your population, we need to take that seriously as an industry. And a big part of that is making sure that people's accounts stay secure online, and that we are getting those passwords out of the picture as the weak link in that security posture. FIDO is introducing standards to be able to do that passwordlessly. So that's introducing ways that people can utilize to access their accounts without having to use a password. And so what we're going to be talking today is Passkeys.
To watch the full video, click the link below to our Bright Talk channel. For more Axiad content, click subscribe.